If I told you there was one thing you could do, just once in this lifetime, that could reverse disease, stop dementia before it starts, and even help keep cancer away forever, would you want to try it? Before we get there, let's talk about what it really means to optimize the body. We are at a complete disadvantage when it comes to optimizing our bodies. And not just because we've been misled once or twice. No, it's deeper than that. We've been lied to from the very start. The truth is, the world we live in has been designed to work against us. The foods we grew up loving, the brands we were taught to trust, they've become some of the biggest contributors to our sickness. These mega corporations don't care about our health. They care about their shareholders. If they can add some chemical to make bread rise faster, or to stretch shelf life, they'll do it. And it doesn't matter if that same chemical is also used in yoga mats. As long as it boosts production, they'll feed it to us. And now nearly everything we eat and drink is quietly sabotaging our ability to optimize the one vehicle we were given, this body.
Why do you think there's so much injections in the physical body to try to change the DNA of the expressing itself in a certain way? Why do they call this DNA junk? Why do they put so much, you look at the food labels, it's pretty much, the amount of labels that they have in all this food, they're doping you up. It's like rat poisoning, essentially. So your body constantly is focusing on constantly getting rid of these toxins from the water that you drink, if you're on town water, from all the stuff that they pump in it, estrogen, from birth control, from poisoning, fluoride. All these things are pumped into the water that people drink. And so there's such an onslaught on the physical body to constantly be in a detox protocol. And so a lot of people are in 24/7 detox mode. And because they're in 24/7 detox mode, the body never has a chance to really just go into repair in immortal gene type scenario, because it's constantly detoxing.
But here's the good news. If you really want to optimize your health, if you want to unlock your potential, if you want to start reaching toward the truth of who you are on the other side, there are ways to do it. They take discipline, yes, but they also bring freedom. And I want to share some of the ways Darius approaches health, because what he does might just flip everything you thought you knew about food upside down. The first thing is simple: what you drink.
People are even drinking water wrong, too, believe it or not. Water is a solvent. So what is a solvent? Solvent's bad for you. Well, if you look at a solvent, and they'll say water is a good thing in terms of water is a good solvent. And yeah, it is. But water is a solvent, and it strips. So when you go drink too much water, all you're doing is just stripping those minerals from the body. So your body the physical body is an electromagnetic, acoustic, saltwater battery, essentially.
For Darius, it's basically just salt water. He takes about half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, drops it into 20 ounces of water, and sips that throughout the day. Not table salt, not iodized salt, but natural sea salt or Himalayan salt. Why? Because our bodies are literally saltwater batteries.
So if you have a saltwater battery physically that you make, and then you just add water with no salt in it, no sodium, no nothing, then the battery won't work. You put your hands together like this, you put your feet on the ground, you could actually measure the electromagnetic field that you are generating from there, because you're actually a battery, you're a circuit. So when people drink too much just plain water, it's acting as a solvent. It's stripping all of the electromagnetic field components out. It's stripping the body from that. This is why adding salt, sodium, what they say don't add salt, don't eat too much salt. But the good salt, this is why it's good for you, because it's actually helping your body as a saltwater battery that it is.
But the body itself, it runs on salt water. And when you fuel it the right way, that simple saltwater combo becomes like a natural energy drink, a clean charger for your entire system. The next thing is fasting.
So if someone were to, let's just say, fast, eat once every other day, or just intermittent fasting, they will find that their body miraculously starts to heal itself because you're giving the body a chance finally to start repairing itself. This is why when you go longer fasts, which was a religious sense back in the past, but now scientifically they're starting to catch on. But if someone were to fast once every 3 days, or they were to fast 7 days, you would find that individual, if they've done that multiple times, they would never get sick because the body is repairing itself. The body is a self-sufficient being.
Darius fasts most of the day and usually only eats once. And here's where people get nervous. Because we've been trained, conditioned, to think that if we don't eat 3 meals a day, we're starving ourselves. But that's another lie. If you're battling something serious, a 3-day saltwater fast can be life-changing. Some people even try a 7-day fast and completely reset their health. Just doing a 3-day fast every few months can keep sickness away. Now, I'm not saying you should dive straight into a 7-day fast. Start small with intermittent fasting. For example, finish your dinner around 6 or 7 in the evening, then don't eat again until noon the next day. That simple schedule already gives your body 16 to 18 hours of fasting. And the best part is, most of those hours you're asleep, so it doesn't feel nearly as stressful as it sounds. Once you get comfortable with that rhythm, you can start stretching it a little longer, adding an hour here or there. Before long, skipping breakfast won't feel like punishment. It'll feel like clarity. When you practice intermittent fasting, even just 16 to 18 hours a day, something powerful starts to happen. Not only will you begin to shed extra weight naturally, but you'll also notice your body feeling lighter, your energy levels rising, and a sense of clarity you might not have felt in years. It's not just about eating less. It's about giving your body time to repair, reset, and recharge.
The body doesn't need so much food. So recently, I've done a lot of fasts in the past, and recently I've been doing, I've done 3-day fasts. So some of the things I've been doing recently are just eating once every other day, once every 2 days, taking CMOS, stuff like that. Because the moment you stop eating so much and stop eating, you actually turn on a lot of the growth hormone, the stem cells, stuff like that actually repair the body, anti-aging. And you actually turn on some immortal genes within you. There was a cardiologist, and people could look this up as well. A cardiologist, and he says it's titled Fasting for Survival. It's a YouTube video. And what he goes into is that when you stop eating, right, in particular with fasting, right, prolonged periods of fasting, eliminating food out of your diet, your growth hormone, your genetic gene expression spikes, right? Because it's finally getting a chance to clean out all of the inflammation, all of the crap within your system, and your body's finally able to express its gene expression properly.
Every time we're constantly snacking or loading up on meals, our system slows down. Instead of repairing, cleansing, and healing, the body is stuck in overdrive breaking down food, and even worse, battling all the artificial additives and toxins hidden inside it. According to the soul's original blueprint, food was never meant to be a requirement for survival. On the other side, you can enjoy food if you want, but you don't need it. Here in this distorted construct, though, we've been trained to depend on it. Since we do need fuel in this realm, the closest thing to that pure design, the best blueprint for thriving, is a diet centered on fruit.
Because I could say the original blueprint of this physical body, paradise on earth, the body doesn't need food to survive because your soul, your energy, the consciousness is fueling the body. But that concept of the truth of that direct answer will go over people's head and being like, well, I need something. The next blueprint would be fruit, because I used to only eat fruit, right? I was a what they call a fruitarian, right? And that's all I ate, because I know that is the next, when you look at the scale of the blueprint of the diet of the body, fruit is up there as the blueprint. And then, like I said before, if we were no distortions within the body, would be no food. But it's like supporting your body is very important. And that's also finding out what actually feels good. A lot of people are eating, it's almost like they're in a constant state of, they've gotten used to feeling sick all the time, and they think that's normal. And when you do an elimination diet, you'll start to find that a lot of these issues within your body just slowly start to dissipate. And a lot of it's inflammation.
And if you want a little variety beyond just fruit, you can also look into sea moss or seaweed. Our ancestors ate specialized seaweeds for their mineral content, and while what we have today isn't exactly the same, wild-crafted sea moss is still packed with nutrients and can be a solid addition to your diet. It's just another natural way to give your body what it actually needs, instead of relying on the processed junk we've been trained to consume.
Deep down in the ocean, there was a certain seaweed that they used to eat that contained all the minerals for the human body. Actually, and it's still physically here too. And then I've currently came across the sea moss, which is, you could say, not that version of it, but it is a slight version of it too. Sea moss, the body has over 102 minerals that the body needs. Sea moss contains over 92 of those minerals.
And here's where another misconception comes in: vegetables. We've been told they're the healthiest thing we can eat. But Darius points out bioavailability, which is how much of those nutrients your body can actually absorb.
I would recommend people to look at bioavailability and actually start looking up certain foods that you're eating, right? Look, you could look at a list of vegetables that you're eating. Is this actually bioavailable? You find out a good portion of them are actually not, and you're eating them, and it's actually causing a lot of the deficiencies within your body.
And because of chemical sprays, GMOs, and genetic modification, vegetables just aren't what they used to be. Their bioavailability is low, and they don't give us the nourishment we think they do. So, what's the reset? A diet heavy in fruit, supported by salt water, and when needed, red meat.
It's water, salt water, fruit, and right now it's red meat that I'm eating for my nutritional intake.
Why red meat? Because it helps rejuvenate the central nervous system. Darius needs it because leaving his body constantly puts stress on his system. But even for people who just feel drained, tired, or exhausted, red meat can bring energy back into the nervous system and restore balance. The real key is listening to your body. Eat when you're hungry, not because the clock says it's mealtime. Learn to stretch yourself into longer fasts. 2, 3, even 4 days without food, just salt water. Those fasts can reverse illnesses, stop upcoming problems, and free your body from the toxic overload it's constantly fighting. So when you step back and look at it all, it becomes clear. We've been lied to about food. We've been taught to overeat, to rely on corporations, to worship the very brands that are poisoning us. But if you take a different path, if you start listening to your body, feeding it fruit, salt water, fasting, and meat when necessary, you're not just optimizing your health, you're aligning with the blueprint of your soul. It will start to make things easier here.
How is keeping our body in an optimal state closely tied to accessing more of our soul and accessing greater levels of love?
Okay. So it doesn't matter the health of the body to access that, because for me to tell you that it does, and you need to do this, you need to cleanse this and do that to access these higher states, is coming from a great misunderstanding that you already have the ability to do that now. Your soul does. So the body, it doesn't matter what happens to this body. It doesn't matter if you are the unhealthiest person in the world. It doesn't matter what happens to your body. Your soul is an untouchable and can access this information regardless. But when you clean the body, you are cleaning the circuit, the acoustic machine, the electromagnetic field. You start cleaning these things, then access to do things physically becomes easier. Physically. Just the motor's running cleaner.
Remember, none of this is medical advice. It's simply something you can experiment with on your own if you feel called to. but I do want to leave you with a few things I've noticed that really help. First, don't psych yourself out by saying, "I'm going to fast." The second you frame it that way, your mind starts panicking, and before long your body feels like it's starving when it's not. Instead, just ease into it. Know that you're fasting, but don't obsess over it. Second, keep in mind, you've been eating continuously since the day you were born. Every single day, without pause. So when you finally give your body a break, it's natural to feel a little off.
Don't eat for 12 hours. You start shaking, or you feel, isn't that a withdrawal effect? Isn't that no different from being
an addiction?
Someone coming off heroin, someone that is coming off alcohol abuse. It's the same thing.
You might get cranky, moody, even angry, not because you're truly starving, but because your body isn't used to that empty feeling. It takes time to adjust. And finally, if you do become successful with fasting, especially longer fasts, the way you end them is just as important as the fast itself. Don't jump straight into a giant meal. That's counterproductive and hard on your system. Start small. Fruits, soft vegetables, maybe some broth, then slowly work your way back up. The truth is, the benefits of fasting are widespread and powerful. But when you commit to a full 7-day fast, that's when the real reset can happen. A reset that not only clears out current problems, but may even keep them at bay permanently.
And none of this is medical advice, by the way. Someone try to sue me or whatever.